Hey there, Aquarius, and welcome to your week of October 4th, 2021 General Tarot Reading. We're going to look at your energies here coming into the week. We're going to look at some challenges you might be facing this week, as well as some possible outcomes and behaviors or actions you might be able to take to get through it. We're going to look at some clarifiers for all those cards as well as a oracle card to tie everything off. But thank you so much for being here, Aquarius, and let's just get into this reading and see what we got. So you're coming in. It's the High Priestess, I like that. And Queen of Wands as well. Oh, very nice. Very feminine energy so far. And the Three of Pentacles. All right, I like all that. Sorry for the camera shake, Spike jumping off the table. He didn't like that, apparently. But yeah, with the High Priestess here, you're very intuitive at this time. So really, you have some really good instincts at the moment, and you should be trusting them. So that's really good. Queen of Wands here as well. You know, just some very passionate energy you have here, some confidence. You know, you're not giving power to things that don't deserve it or otherwise would be powerless, right? So I like that as well, and very nurturing when it comes to your passions and desires. Loving that. And we also got the Three of Wands, so your community, your friends, your family, all that, they all have your back at this time too, so that's fantastic. That's a fantastic energy to be in here, Aquarius. So let's we got pop out here for you to start off your challenges. Start with the Justice card. Oh, another pop out for you, and we'll get you one more card here. All right, Libra coming in with the Justice card. We got the Magician. We got the Ace of Wands too. All right, so looks like you're probably trying to start something here, but you're some sort of, this could be anything. Honestly, we have the Magician here trying to manifest anything. He's got all the minor arcana there at his disposal. So you're really trying to manifest something, or you feel like something that you're trying to manifest, something you're trying to start up here, especially with the Ace of Wands. Something you're really passionate about isn't going to start up, or you're not going to attain that. And you're also worried maybe you're in kind of an unfair situation at this time, even though you are coming in very strong here with the High Priestess, Queen of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Even though you're coming in very strong, you may be feeling like you might be in an unfair situation here, or maybe you're having some legal troubles at this time, or possibly even just saying someone's kind of rules lawyering, being a rules lawyer and using that against you here. Maybe that's why you're not getting to start up something here at this time, while you feel like you're kind of delayed with your manifestation here, and why you feel like you're delayed with your beginning as well. Yeah, it just could be someone, possibly a Libra, as the Justice card is Libra's card. So it could be a Libra, could be any sign, obviously. It's a general reading, but yeah, just feels like somebody here trying to maybe you know, maybe it might not even be someone, it might be just a situation in general, or the rules might be holding you down, where it might be something where you need to get something approved first, and that's kind of what's holding you back, and you're just kind of waiting to hear back from, you know, the approval. Like you need to get a license or registered or something for something before you can get this start, and that's kind of what might be delaying you. So we'll take a look at your possible outcomes here, and possible solutions here. Hopefully we got something good for you here, Aquarius. So let's see. Got the Page of Wands here. Yeah, your start's coming, so I like that. 10 of Wands, all this stress is coming to an end as well, so that's great. And the 9 of Swords as well. Okay. So you might feel some residual sort of like worries and concerns here with the 9 of Swords. Just that kind of represents nightmares, anxieties, things like that. But you're in a good situation though, right? There's all these rose patterns on the blankets. It's supposed to sort of represent that you're in a bed of roses, like things are good. It's just kind of your mind's the thing that's really troubling you here, right? Your actual situation is fine. And I'm seeing that too. The 10 of Wands represents the ending of something that's very stressful, causing you a lot of anxieties, feeling like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, which is, like I say back here, there's a lot of like something gumming you up here. And with the Page of Wands as well, the Page of Wands has the Ace of Wands in their hand. So this is going to go from being like something you're after and some sort of start to being like it's in your hands and you can go forward now. Like you actually have control of it. Versus back here you don't. Nothing, you're not really holding on to it. Like the Page here I feel is you, you're going to be grasping onto the wand here and moving forward with it, with this idea, the spark, whatever this is back here. This is the wand, the Ace of Wands back here is more the idea, like the thought in your mind, like, well, I really want to do this thing. Whereas up here with the Page of Wands, it's more you have a hold of it and you're actually moving forward with it. So that's fantastic. Yeah, just you're going to work through it. I just feel like this is maybe a little more of a, I don't want to say waiting game, but it's kind of maybe a test of patience or something along those lines here. But it's coming to an end, right? It is going to come to an end here. So you will have a resolution. You will be able to move forward, even though you might feel like with the Nine of Swords here that it took too long, or you feel like you've lost time and stuff. But this, I feel like you're going to work out very well here anyway, regardless. So let's take a look at your clarifiers here in just a moment, Aquarius. But before we do, thank you again for being here. I appreciate you making it this far with me. Helps out a ton. If you want, we're gonna tie everything off with an oracle card here at the end, so you're probably gonna want to stick around for that. But thank you again for being here, Aquarius, and let's see what we got for your clarifiers. All right. So we got for you, we got the Eight of Swords, got the Lovers. So that's Gemini. We got the other two air signs that popped into your reading. And we got the Seven of Swords here. All right. So Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Lovers. Okay. So, hello, Spike. Hopefully that's not picking up. He's found some toys that he's playing around with here. But the Eight of Swords represents your self-imposed restrictions. Like, this might be a situation like where, like I say, you're kind of waiting on a delay here, right? You're kind of restricted because possibly, like I say, you're waiting for a registration on something, and that restriction might be for you to say like, oh, you don't have your license or whatever that might be that you need to in order to progress. Seven of Swords here, you're just trying to do it all on your own as well. I feel like here, like the Seven of Swords can represent like kind of trying to do everything on your own, but you can't. It also represents sort of it can be like liar, cheater, stealer. Like you can see, obviously, this guy thought he was in safe hands, and this woman kicked him down the stairs to these zombies. But it can represent that sort of an energy. I don't feel like that's you, though. I feel like this is more of like you're trying to be protective, trying to protect yourself, trying to do everything on your own here, even though you do have a community to help you out. We've also got the Lovers here as well. So this might be a situation where you're trying to... the Lovers can be like, obviously a soulmate in regards of like love, because it is the Lovers. But it can also represent a sort of a soulmate kind of person coming through who's more like someone who just really gets you, like your best friend, somebody like that. The Lovers is Gemini's card. So like I say, we got the other two air signs coming in here with you, Aquarius. So could be you have Gemini in your chart. Let me know down in the comments below. Always like to hear about that. But yeah, it just feels like here you might need to make a choice here, or you're just trying to protect yourself, or maybe you recently made the choice to go this route, maybe with your partner. Maybe you two together are working on this, right? Your partner or your soulmate or whoever this might be, your best friend, are working on this thing, and that's kind of maybe why we're kind of being more stressful out here, because it might be a situation where you might feel like you're the one kind of holding both of you back, right? Because you're not registered, or you have to do this legal rigmarole here. Might be a case where it's this just popped into my mind. This might be for somebody, but it might be a case where you kind of want to date a person, or you and another person kind of want to officially be together, but you're kind of going through like a divorce, and that's kind of like holding up the whole thing, and it kind of looks bad. Like in a divorce, if you're immediately with someone else, right? They do sometimes look, the courts don't necessarily look too fondly on people like that, right? Like, it's like, oh, well, they'll be like, oh, you're the one that cheated or something like that, right? So that could be, but yeah, I just feel like this is more like getting something like a registration or something like that, right? But let's take a look at your challenges, see what we got here. We got the Nine of Swords coming up again. You're just experiencing a lot of anxieties and worries over this. So makes sense. Page of Cups. Worried about missing out on an opportunity. That's what the brains in the bucket there represents. And the King of Wands. Maybe that this is like I was talking about before with like, it could be like a divorce or something. It could be you're going through a divorce and you really want to make it official with this person, or maybe you kind of want to be able to go out in public with this person, that sort of thing. They might be a King of Swords type person. Doesn't have to be a guy, of course, whatever you're attracted to. Just someone who's very confident and charismatic. Yeah, it could be you feel like you're missing out on an opportunity there. Also could just feel like you're missing out on the thing that you really want out of life. So yeah, just a lot of anxieties and such going on with in the center position, of course, to deal with. Yeah, just to deal with all this here. So, yeah, like I see here, like I don't feel like that's going to be any missed opportunities back here. I feel like the opportunity is still waiting there for you, right? It's still there. The opportunity is going to be still there. It just feels like it's time sensitive, even though it's not, right? So, let's take a look at the clarifiers for your outcome cards here. All right, we've got Two of Wands. Yeah, stability, heading forward into stability. I like that. Five of Pentacles as well. So yeah, you could be feeling like you're left out in the cold. Like we're talking about like a bit of anxieties and stuff here with the Nine of Wands that aren't true. And we got the Ace of Cups as well. So something making you overflow with emotion. So yeah, I just feel like you're heading into a good place. Like you're heading into a good place. Again, if you're looking for love, if like what I was saying, like if some of that resonated with you where I mentioned kind of divorce and things like that, we're heading towards a good spot because we're heading towards the Ace of Cups, which is, you know, a ton of overflowing good emotion here, and the Two of Wands, which is also stability. And so I like that. And with the Five of Pentacles here, it might feel like you're left out in the cold. And with the Nine of Swords, again, it's all in your head, right? This isn't like this Five of Pentacles and that Nine of Swords are really just more like, it's just how you feel coming out of this, but it's not how it's going to continue. You're going to end up in a very good place here with all these stresses and anxieties ending, and you moving into stability, and you moving into a very good spot to go forward with your passions and desires here as the Page of Wands. So I'm digging that. So let's get into your Oracle card. Thank you again for being here, Aquarius, and let's see what we got. Hopefully this has been resonating with you. Hopefully this has been clicking. Got the Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. Yeah, you're just gonna have to trust, right? This is a big thing for you in this one. Trust. You're gonna have to just trust the process, trust what's going down, trust that things will work out in the end here. Let Spirit guide you through this, right? That's very fitting that came up when we have the High Priestess here, where you're trusting your intuition, right? That's kind of Spirit, you know, communicating with you. Not that I'm a big believer in Spirit, but that's kind of Spirit kind of communicating with you, telling you to trust your gut. Like, let that kind of guide you, let that go forward. And that's what the Hawk Spirit is saying. Let that, you know, trust in your gut and let things kind of go along here. Don't let your mind, you know, play tricks on you, right? Our minds are funny things. As wonderful as they are, they will inevitably try to trick you at some point in your life. Try to make you think that you're not good enough, or try to make you think that you don't deserve something, or try to make you think that things are passing you by when they really aren't. So, but I think you're going to end up in an awesome spot here, Aquarius, regardless. So thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. I appreciate it so much. You want to help out the channel, you can do all that fun stuff like liking the channel, subscribing if you haven't already, checking out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you again for being here, Aquarius, and I will see you in the next video.